Cheer, hip hop was good. You already know this is the DagogetaTv. I'm your guy, Demi D. This is where hip hop lives. This is 2023 and we keeping it going, keeping it moving. Thank y'all for tuning in. This is an episode of Diggin Wit Deme, hip hop vinyl show where I have guests pull up and display 5 pieces in their collection. And today, this is a special guest. Again, all my guests are always special, but this guy right here is definitely, when it comes to hip hop, man, you definitely are. You've given the right historian, enthusiast, expert, whatever phrase you want to use. Though, it's my guy Watson right here. We actually met. This is our first time meeting. We interacted through Twitter, online, and I see how your passion for it. Glad I can have you on, man. This is just one of the many things you do with hip hop. So yeah, just talk to the people real quick.
Yeah. So my name is Watson. I call myself the hip hop historian only because I've been following hip hop since the beginning. I start from '79. And I never stopped. The passion I had when Sugar Hill Gang came out, the same passion I have in 2024 right now. So
that's what I do like about you. Yeah, that's what I do like.
You know what I'm saying?
You still with it. A lot of people.
Yeah, I never left it.
Out. Yeah,
when people get around my age, they like, I can't listen to this new stuff or whatever. But it's the same. I feel like it's always '88 when Kane came out. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Yeah, that's what I do appreciate about you, man. There's a few more people like us, but it's good to meet you, man. Good to have you on. I'm definitely excited to see it. Well, at first I just knew you had pieces, but I didn't know you was like a collector, or else we would have tried to have you on sooner. But there's no better time than the present. So y'all know how it goes. 5 pieces. The first 3 we have a talk piece. 4th is a show-off piece. Last is a prize possession. But he's saying all your pieces are show-off pieces though. So,
yeah.
But we're gonna get into the first one though, man. What we starting with on Diggin Wit Deme?
So the first piece. First piece that we're doing is called HipHop Collected.
Okay.
So, a lot of people always want to know what could they get me when it comes to hip hop. They know I like vinyl. They know I call myself the historian, so I'm always collecting. I don't throw nothing out. I hoard my hip hop. I hoard it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they're like, what could I get this dude? So one of my homegirls, one of my hip hop mentors, actually, she got me this HipHop Collected vinyl piece, and what it does is it has some of the greatest songs throughout the history of hip hop, but it's on vinyl. And she know I live for that. So you got side A, B, C, and D, 2 records. Unopened, of course, because this is a collected piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got
my music on vinyl.
Houdini to Wu-Tang to Ice-T. Yeah, that's dope.
And the things they have on it is these songs that define hip hop. These are songs that are some of the biggest, most impactful songs in hip hop. Curtis Blow, the first hip hop superstar.
Absolutely.
Without question.
Arguably
one of the most important songs to him after Flash and the Furious 5, The Message.
Absolutely.
So why all of this is important to me, because now I finally got these songs on vinyl, because if you don't have the record, but I got some of these all-time great songs. So you got Houdini, all-time great hip-hop group. R.I.P. Ecstasy passed away.
Yeah.
You got Beastie Boys, R.I.P. You got one of the greatest rappers to ever come from Harlem.
Who's that?
Who's that right there? Mo D from the Treacherous 3.
Man. That's the one who pulled me in right there. One of my first favorites right there.
He's an all-time GOAT. He's from the beginning era hip hop.
Right there?
He's from the beginning era hip hop, and he thrived through the '80s. So much respect to him. Of course, Run DMC is tricky.
Hollis in the building. You already know, man.
Oh, all right. Q, you hectic. All right, I see that. So, of course, Eric B. and Rakim paid in full. You got West Coast representation, you know what I'm saying? Like Ice-T. Then, of course, you have my favorite rap group of all time, EPMD, representing their first album, Strictly Business. So this is a piece I really appreciate because it has classic songs all on one piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some big songs right there, too. Some legends everywhere. A lot of RIPs, but hip-hop has been around for a long time, so, it's only right, but that's a dope first piece right there. Hell of a way to set it off. HipHop Collected. You see whose name is right there. We want close in right there.
Oh,
you see
man.
Whose name is
most
so visible. But
it's so crazy because I was looking at all my Run DMC. I was like, should I just bring Run DMC? You know what I mean?
Listen.
Wait a minute. Queens representing. Matter of fact, since Queens is in the building, we're going to rep Queens right now.
Right, let's do it.
We're going to rep Queens right now.
We're
going to rep Queens right now,
in the building. Jamaica, you already know.
So
Of course.
You know, if anybody follows me on Twitter, they know how I feel about this album.
I should have known that was
the best Tribe Called Quest album. People keep trying to argue, is it Midnight Marauders? It can't be Midnight Marauders.
I don't agree with that.
It can't be Midnight Marauders because the reason why you love Midnight Marauders, the reason why you wanted Midnight Marauders, it's because of the low end theory. This is why you wanted Midnight Marauders.
First don't mean better.
Wait, talk about. But this ain't the first. I mean, this is the second.
Well, prior don't mean better.
I know.
Listen, that's gonna be a lifetime debate right there.
It's always a lifetime debate.
This is a definitely incredible.
No question. It's always gonna be a lifetime debate. But this album right here, first of all, artwork, classic, legendary.
All their artwork is crazy.
I bought the T-shirt for this. I got the album for this. You know. Back in the days on the Boulevard of Linden. Come on, you serious?
That's one of their best singles, definitely.
And this is
can't lie.
Now wait a minute. Not only that, but I will ask you this: what was a better first single, Check the Rhyme or War Tour? You know the answer to that. The answer's Check the Rhyme. The answer's Check the Rhyme.
War Tour, though.
I know you do. So do I. Check the Rhyme's a better song.
Check the Rhyme's.
Here's a funky introduction of how nice I am. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
There's another reason why I picked this album. For some reason, when people talk about the greatest albums in the 90s, they will go to Infamous, they'll go Cuban Links, they'll go Illmatic, they'll go Ready to Die, they'll go to Chronic, they'll go Doggy Style.
They'll throw Cuban there, America's Most.
They will definitely throw America's Most Wanted in Q. But for some reason, the era between 90 and 93 is y'all missing out on it.
It's the tough guy shit. That's why. It's because they not, you know.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, as someone who lived in New York in my 20s when this came out. I was going to this community college called BMCC. This ran the parties.
That shit, no.
This ran the parties. It was the streets. Matter of fact,
Tribe was the shit.
Before the locks, we had the streets. This was the streets. You know what I'm saying? So this is a classic album.
Mob too. Before that.
Just quick classic. Scenario. Arguably one of the all-time greatest.
Posse Cut.
Busta Rhymes. Finishing it off.
Before Busta went solo, you know.
We Got the Jazz.
We Got the Jazz, definitely one of my favorite joints right there. Bugging Out is my shit.
Bugging Out. What I found out about show business, because I did not realize that, Grand Poobah was supposed to be on the song. He actually spit a verse for it, and they took it off because they said it was too controversial. Okay. So the label took Grand Poobah's verse off, and that's how Diamond D, Sadai X, and Lord Jamal are on it, but Poobah's not on here.
Okay, because their verses was kind of controversial too, though, but I guess it wasn't as bad as Poobah's.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And of course, verses from the Abstract, Q-Tip solo. Q-Tip, another MC. Q-Tip. Let me just say this about Q-Tip so people understand this. Q-Tip should be revered the way we revere Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas. He's there. You
don't think he is?
No, I don't think he is. Especially, I'm just basing it on just online when we on Twitter, when we talk.
Yeah, online they don't know. Do you see the vibe we talking about?
Yeah, but we speaking that.
Yeah,
they're not on that.
They're not on that.
But that's why I like being on your show to show you. That's why when I come on here, there's reasons why I'm gonna pick some of these pieces. You know what I'm saying? And of course, the first song, Excursions. You know what I'm saying? The abstract, poetic, similar to Shakespeare, set off crazy. So yeah, this is.
And Fife came through heavy on this album too.
Now this
took them to the next level.
Now this is why this album is better than Midnight Marauders. You just said it.
Fife came through.
Fife came on some MVP. We had no idea Fife was this nice.
He wasn't there yet.
We heard him on Can I Kick It?
He was cool.
We heard him on Can I Kick It? We didn't know Mr. Dickens, Would You Please Be Our Man? Yeah, you know him all that. But it was always Q-Tip. Bonita Applebaum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the first time around, he ain't really hold it down.
You just see Q-Tip, you just see Fife walking. This album,
he definitely can't.
Not only is Fife here, Fife is stealing songs.
I'm trying to tell him because he was.
It's a funky introduction of how nice I am, and that was the end of it. You know what I'm saying?
The sports references, but even on Midnight, we could be here all day.
No. You're right, but boom.
Now the low end theory of Tribe Called Quest, Linden in the building, Queens. Listen, like he said, man, they was definitely out here. They was definitely holding the streets down. Whatever that means to y'all, they was holding the parties down. They was definitely top dogs out here.
Absolutely.
So the third piece right there, so far you already came out swinging.
So third piece, It's another RIP, but it's an unofficial borough of New York City, but it's a borough. Okay.
Who's that? Vernon? What was that? Oh, L.I.
Strong Island.
Long Island.
De La Soul is dead.
Long Island.
Crispy. Now,
that shit is crispy.
I will argue with anybody. This is their best album. This is a 5-mic classic album. It comes off the heels of when they had arguably one of the greatest remixes ever, the Buddy remix.
Buddy remix was fire.
That's it. Buddy remix was fire. That was it. That's it. Buddy remix was fire.
Well, I'm already biased because those is my whole the native tongues. That's my whole squad.
Oh,
so,
okay.
I'm already biased.
So
to it.
This is hip hop that wasn't representing quote unquote the streets. It didn't give you that feel that, yo, I don't listen to street hip hop. I can't feel it if you know what I'm saying, if there's no pain. And I'm saying to y'all, then y'all would have hated hip hop in the late 80s and early 90s.
This is artistry right
because
here.
This is De La Soul is Dead. Classic songs on there. Prince Paul on the production. Classic.
Very slept on producer.
Very slept on producer. And once again, I gotta say R.I.P. to Dave, man.
R.I.P. to Dave.
I was really happy that the Wu-Tang and Nas had De La Soul open for them. Because I went to see them, and De La Soul opened for them. So I thought that was a good look. Because it let everybody know, when Nas and Wu-Tang came out, De La Soul was bigger than them. De La Soul was already established.
De La Soul, it was Tribe and De La. Mob wasn't lit like that either, so...
None of them was lit. So to see the RZA and Nas pay homage, give flowers to them.
They know.
They know what time it is. And they had nothing but fun jams on here. Saturday,
what was the roller ring?
The roller ring track. Yeah.
I can't in front because that was just right a little bit before I turned into a real junkie. So I definitely vibe with it, but I can't. That's why I gotta let you speak on that and let the people who really know. Yeah, but I know what the vibe was. De La was definitely a shit at the time.
So there's another thing I need to say about this De La Soul's group. When people talk greatest groups in hip hop, they leave De La out.
I think that's currently though. Now they starting to do that.
I saw Kiss. They immediately run to NWA.
Yeah.
That's easy to do.
That's easy.
Cop Out. Run DMC. You saying that because you want to make sure, okay, I want to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
But then you always say Outkast. Because Outkast is great, but you say Outkast, it's like, okay. The Joe Budden podcast said Outkast is the greatest hip-hop group of all time. Everybody in there was from New York or New Jersey, and they were in their 40s. That blew my mind. Because New York, East Coast had so many great groups. So many great groups. In the 80s, early 90s.
It was mostly about groups initially.
Started off with groups.
It was mostly groups
Started off with groups. Cold Crush, Fantastic Five.
Mostly groups.
Funky 4+1. You know what I'm saying? So, De La Soul, first album, the Me, Myself, and I album, classic. Second album, classic. Third album, classic. They already dropped 3 albums before Outkast came out. Same thing with Tribe Called Quest. So it's like, there's some groups that came out before 1994 that I want to get their props. This album classic. This another thing. Dave, Trugoy, they get busy on the mic. Like they nice.
They was definitely respected.
Like they can rap. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to
especially,
rap.
Plug Paz always got he got a little more love than Dave, but Paz definitely was getting
absolutely.
A lot of love.
And when you think about one of their first jams, Plug 1, Plug 2, that was like the hardest joint in the streets. That's why it's crazy when the narrative in hip hop became it gotta be street to be great. Well, that's a strange narrative because it's like it wasn't like that.
Big and them kind of did that. It's when Big and Death Row and Pac, and then the fucking like Loonies, and then that's what it started. Mob.
I love Mob, so I understand that.
Yeah, because if you look at it, after what you had what Far Side, what Camp Low maybe, but at that point nobody came out like
Most
that no more.
Talib.
But you ain't really had nobody like Diggable Planets no more. Everybody was going that kind of route, or getting that kind of love.
Yes.
Thankfully you got people like us that's always gonna support.
Yes, I'm gonna keep that alive.
Yeah, keep that shit, because it's not all about. Those was 3 definitely dope pieces right there. Three dope pieces. You already see how we moving in here. This is the DagogetaTv, Diggin Wit Deme, hip hop vinyl show. Got the guy Watson, hip hop historian, enthusiast. And what's the 4th piece you got for the crowd right here for the viewers?
So last year we celebrated 50 years of hip hop. So there was hip hop events all over the city, everywhere. I felt like every week I was going to a hip hop event, hip hop concert, hip hop museum. Yeah. Like New York held it down. 2 people in particular held it down the hardest. LL Cool J with his Rock the Bells.
He been holding it down too for a minute.
I mean, they're doing it from a fan perspective. This is what I really appreciate about LL. He did it from a fan's perspective.
It was.
And then there was another MC who did it as a fan.
Who, Esco?
Esco Boss Season. Alright?
Esco.
Yo, this Esco, who this? You know what I'm saying? So, if I'm gonna bring a Nas
Queens
piece,
dudes, huh?
If I'm gonna bring a Nas piece, what Nas piece am I gonna bring?
Oh shit!
Everybody has Illmatic.
Everybody has. I know you're not.
Everybody has. Everybody has. It was written.
Everybody has. It was written.
Everybody has. Well, vinyl collectors. If you don't have.
Okay. All right.
Illmatic, it was written.
Right. So let me see. What you got? What you got? Hip hop is dead.
Nope.
Nah, hip hop is dead. You got Godson?
No. So this is why Nas is important. So Nas had all these museums. He'd have these like hip hop showcases at all these museums, and then he'd have all these vinyls on sale afterwards. So I'd be like, oh shit! I just started digging in the crates, cop it. And then there was one piece I wanted to cop that I finally saw it. I was like, I got it. So boom. Nas, Illmatic, live at the Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I remember when that. Yeah, that's
along at the National. So this is Nas performing Illmatic live with an orchestra.
Yeah, that shit was dope.
Now I remember watching it on PBS, and dope. Nas is just bringing all his lyricism to life over live instruments, and it was crazy watching him do it with violins and all that.
Yeah. I wasn't.
You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, and I was like, hold up, that's that Nas thing that he was doing live. Oh, they got that on vinyl. Had the cop. You know what I'm saying? Had the cop. Now this is why this is an ill album. So you know Elza, right? So you remember when Elza?
Do it.
So you remember when Elza, one of the best from Detroit. You remember when Elza did Illmatic?
Yes.
When he did his, basically, his tribute.
Yeah, his Nas rendition.
His Nas rendition, but he did it with live musicians called Will Sessions. And it was amazing. Like, to me, and I'll take you back to 2011. You know, that's when Watch Your Throne came out, when Carter 4 came out.
Carter 4 came.
Bad Meets Evil, the Royce and Eminem album. So you know what I'm saying? So 2011, a lot of ill shit came out. In my opinion, nothing was better than Elza's Illmatic. Nothing was better than that. I
can't even remember what came out. But that was a heavy hitter though, right there.
His rapping on there, he literally gave his interpretation of Illmatic. So I would say, yo, how would Nas sound if Nas did this? Well, guess what? Nas did it. And here it is. Illmatic.
And it's dope that it's an actual perform. All they did was take the performance and put it on wax. Cause that performance is just crazy. You seeing him do. He's in a suit. That's it. He rocking out in a suit. That's how you know he's the dog, man. Yeah. And the orchestra's right behind him too. It's just.
And that's what's crazy. They showing the orchestra play these songs, so he'll do like a little intro, so you don't know what song he's gonna do.
Right.
You just hear them playing something, and then you'll start hearing represent, or the build up to New York State of Mind. So having this on vinyl is a must for me. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, crushing it with that right there. Crushing it with that one right there.
And now I have what I call my magnum opus piece.
The prize, one of the many prize possessions. I know you got many.
This is one of our magnum opus, 5 mic. Hove has a famous line: "Put your CDs out, let's go song for song. I'm the illest, doing it till I'm proven wrong." Well, I can prove you're not the illest. Who I'm about to pull out, and this is with any MC.
Oh shit!
This is with any MC. I had to cop this.
What's that right there?
This is the 1986. the 1986 to 1992 full collection of Eric B. and Rakim. I don't even know how to explain what Rakim means to hip hop. So Nas does. You know, Nas is doing this thing where he's giving legends back, pioneers. He's like giving them like $500,000. So he did it with the first two MCs he did it with was Rakim and Scarface. Like you can see that. Like if you YouTube or whatever, you can see it. But Rakim Allah, the God Rakim.
18th letter.
This guy's impact on hip hop is second to none. Second to none. Before Nas, before Hov, before Biggie, before whatever y'all, whoever's y'all GOAT, before Kendrick, whoever's y'all GOAT, before Cold World, there's the R. Man, I had to get this. In this joint.
It's crazy.
Woo!
Just even how they had how they had this shit like on the like it's their fit.
Yeah. So inside of it, you know, as soon as I opened it up like I was a little kid, because you know I had to open up Holy Grail pieces. This piece alone, I'll put this against any hip hop album that ever came out. Any hip hop album that's ever come out, I will put this album up because it does everything. Hood, party, radio,
bars.
When I hear this, when I hear
you see how drippy they are. You see how drippy they are.
Drippy they are. When I hear Eric Beats for president, I think of my freshman year of high school and we doing the WAP all summer. That's what we did. You know what I mean?
It was a party rocker.
Party rocker. So that was that. This came with it came with the 4 albums they did together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, second album that they did.
That's my shit too, right there, though.
Oh no, this is Let the Rhythm Hit. This is the third one.
That's my
the
shit
one, the one before that. Yeah, Follow the Leader.
Follow the Leader.
With Microphone Fiend on here. You know what I'm saying?
And the fits is crazy still too. They were styling already. Like,
you see the truck jewels.
The
truck jewels they got and all that. You know what I'm saying? Microphone Fiend. I was a fiend before I became a teen. Woo! Then you said Judge Joint.
Yeah, cause that's the one that got Untouchables. Is Untouchables on there?
Yes.
Yeah, that was my shit. Untouchables is my shit. Like
it got Mahogany on here.
Mahogany. That's what I say. It got a lot of songs I like, but you know that these are obviously the better albums.
Yeah.
That shit got a lot of songs I like on there too.
And you also got Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em.
Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em.
And then wait a minute. Then you got In the Ghetto.
In the Ghetto. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I like that shit. Birth. That's my shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I hold Eric B. and Rakim in the highest esteem. I'll put them against any artist of rap who ever lived.
They're the legends.
You know what I'm saying? And this was the last album they did together. Don't Sweat the Technique. I remember when Rakim got a lot of criticism because he had a lot of white girls in the video.
The video, right? And swimsuits and all that.
Yeah, so people was like, yo, what's going on here? Because remember, this is the era where we still in the Brand Nubian era. We still in the Jungle Brothers, Native Tongue era. And all of a sudden, and all of a sudden, here come the God, you know, and the video was like, yo, what's going on with all of this? You heard? But, yeah, so this is my holy grail piece. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Listen, man, that's definitely a prized possession right there. Salute to the God. Definitely changed the game. One of the best lyricists ever. That was just I'm not surprised, but I know you was gonna come with some shit. Those was dope pieces right there. 5 pieces. The guy Watson. This is Diggin Wit Deme, where hip hop lives. I'm your guy, Demi D. You got any closing words you got for him?
Yeah. Rakim.
The God. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Make sure y'all hit that button, man. Subscribe, share, comment, man. Let us know, man. Shout out to all the out.